Alright, welcome to Inside Media and Marketing.
I think we've been covering some very challenging topics this week. Public service announcements involving marijuana, and another part of the drug game is legal drugs, and those are also quite difficult to advertise.
Very difficult because they're legal, but they could kill you still.
Yeah, there's lots of caveats.
As you'll see in this next commercial, it's just mind blowing how difficult it is.
Yeah.
To make drugs and then sell them. Without a lawsuit following.
No, especially during the Super Bowl, and especially in America. Now, what we have here is some lower intestines cheering on at the game. Right. But whoa, wait a minute. But I mean, this is a bit meta as well. It's intestines getting a bowel symptom.
It's meant to look like, maybe like a kid's balloon, so it's friendly, but it's actually it's your intestines, so it's like actually quite horrifying at the same time.
Yeah, that could stretch out over like 30 meters, that thing, apparently. Oof. I think the lower intestine.
Abdominal pain, urgent diarrhea. You never know when IBSD will show up. Now there's prescription Xifaxan. Xifaxan is a new IBSD treatment that helps relieve your diarrhea and abdominal pain symptoms.
Do not use Xifaxan if you have a history of sensitivity to rifaximin, rifamycin antibiotic agents, or any components of Xifaxan. Tell your doctor right away if your diarrhea worsens while taking Xifaxan, as this may be a sign of a serious or even fatal condition. Tell your doctor if you have liver disease or are taking other medications, because these may increase the amount of Xifaxan in your body. Tell your doctor if you are pregnant, plan on becoming pregnant, or are nursing. The most common side effects are nausea and an increase in liver enzymes.
If you think you have IBS with diarrhea, talk to your doctor about new Xifaxan.
And at what point did you make about the urgent diarrhea?
Oh yeah, is there any other kind? I don't think there is. But in America, they've got to push it
out.
Yeah.
It's either like an urgent diarrhea or sort of a semi-urgent or non-urgent diarrhea. This is for urgent diarrhea.
Well, this is for very urgent diarrhea.
What I did notice is this: it's showing that people who have irritable IBS,
irritable bowel syndrome,
and diarrhea, they go to the game by themselves. But essentially, they don't have friends.
What I do like is they've tried to make that bowel not so irritable. He seems like quite friendly. Yeah,
I would hang out with that bowel.
I mean, like no one's really paying him any attention.
I feel kind of sorry for him because he doesn't have any friends at the game.
Totally.
He's not going to eat a hot dog and drink and stuff because it's
because that'll make him irritable. Yeah, but then at the end you basically they have to say that all the things that
they're basically reading the side of the medical bottle. They're like reading all the small print that you actually can't physically read.
Yeah, that's
they're reading it for you in this commercial.
But I like it when they say that any other components of Xifaxan.
Yeah.
So if you've ever taken any of the other components of this drug, don't take this drug.
How would you know what components those are?
She reads them out, doesn't she?
She reads everything out.
Yeah.
Do not use Xifaxan if you have a history of sensitivity to rifaximin, rifamycin antibiotic agents, or any components of Xifaxan.
They pretty much cover everything in the medical journal.
Yes.
That there is, they even spell it out phonetically for you. Helps
relieve diarrhea and abdominal pain.
I would, I don't want to be controversial, but I would probably they're basically saying don't take it at all. There's so many caveats that you shouldn't actually take it.
Oh, I see.
They're saying, look, don't take it if you're
pregnant. Don't go to the game if you got it.
Yeah, don't go to the game if you've got diarrhea. Just stay at home and watch it on telly.
But I'm also a bit worried then. I mean, look, they've covered their bases here, but they're taking a few risks when the bowels high fives that guy.
Yeah, that's unhygienic.
That's probably the quickest way to get IBSD yourself.
Yeah, you probably would catch it like that. So do not touch a bowel. Do not high five a bowel.
Don't touch a bowel in public.
Yeah,
it becomes bouncing along.
Don't. It's just, and if you do, you've probably taken too much Xifaxan because you are tripping balls.
Yep.
So they've spent quite a fortune making this, flighting this.
Yeah.
I mean, I just hope that this bowel character gets more work after this as well.
And also, there's another thing they put in there. There's the fan is next to him is a Green Bay Packer, which is the cheese. They're cheeseheads. So I think they're saying don't eat a lot of cheese.
Don't eat a lot of dairy even.
And you can see there's also a cooking light book that you can ask them for.
There's even type going with extra bits and pieces. So
just so much information.
So much to see. I mean, that's why you should share this online.
If you had to eat this, if you had to eat this information like that.
It would give you diarrhea.
You would definitely have some sort of bowel disorder. So I think they made the bowels too friendly for an irritable bowel.
Right.
Number one.
Yeah.
I think they pretty much there's just a lot to digest.
Yeah.
In that ad,
Yeah.
and then they also tell you that you can't take the drug if you've ever taken the drug.
Yeah. Which leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah, it's a bit of a.
I do like the grade though. The colours are very nice.
And I do like the cheese angle of the Green Bay Packers because
very clever.
Yeah, it's
very subtle. You know.
Yeah, you know, you got to.
It's like go with wheat, don't go with dairy.
Got to really be into football.
Yeah, and that is one of the lesser known Muppets as well. That Bowel.
Was that one of Jim Henson's creations?
Yeah, I think so.
Bernie Bowell. Wow.
I don't know. Yeah. Fantastic. I mean,
cool.
I love it. I think it's got a lot of information. It's got a lot of rewatchability potential, which is what I enjoy in a commercial, is to be able to watch it up to 20 times a night.
Yeah, and you can really absorb everything. And and I think that's another thing, is like they want you to absorb a lot. And I mean, drugs are all about being absorbed into the bowel, into the lower bowel.
Into your bloodstream, unless you're pregnant and you need to consult a doctor before. Don't take our word for it.
No, we're not
promoting
physicians.
absorbing drugs into your system.
No.
Do not, unless you're consulting a physician or you are a physician.
Yeah.
Please, whatever you do not
don't take Xifaxan.
Or do after, I mean, if it's available in your country and you've consulted at least 3 doctors.
Because that's where I'm still, are they telling us to take it or not?
I don't know. If you've made this commercial, please get in touch with us and
we'd like to
explain some of these things, because we are interested.
I do actually have to excuse myself.
Thank you. All right. Just we know what that's going on there.